One bottle can save an engine or kill it. Most failures don't explode overnight. They're built by the wrong additives, one pour at a time. In this video, I'll show 15 proven additives that clean, protect, and extend engine life, and expose 9 that quietly destroy seals, sensors, and bearings. Stick around for the last pick. The additive mechanics swear by, but almost no driver uses. Let's dive in. Number 15. Valvoline engine oil treatment. Your oil might look clean, but that doesn't mean it's protecting your engine. Over time, heat, pressure, and oxidation weaken it until metal scrapes metal, and that's how engines die young. Valvoline engine oil treatment steps in like body armor. It boosts viscosity, strengthens the oil film, and stops that slow wear you don't see until it's too late. Think of it as a cheap insurance policy against a $6,000 rebuild. One treatment after every oil change keeps the oil stable and your engine smoother, especially during cold starts when most wear happens. If you drive short distances or idle often, you need this even more. Your oil breaks down faster than you think. Pro tip: use it right after draining the old oil while it's still warm for the best blend. But what if your car's past its prime? Burning oil and wheezing at idle. Number 14. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer. If your engine sounds like it's coughing up its last paycheck, this one's for you. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer is the life support old engines wish they had years ago. When bearings loosen and oil pressure drops, this thick stabilizer fills the gaps, quiets the knocks, and helps your oil cling to metal like glue. It doesn't fix damage, but it buys time, and sometimes that's all you need. Add it right after an oil change, about 20% of your oil capacity. You'll notice smoother idling, less smoke, and better pressure almost immediately. But here's the warning: don't pour this into a modern turbocharged engine. The viscosity is too thick for tight tolerances, and it'll choke vital flow. This one's strictly for high mileage survivors, not fresh off the lot tech. Still, if your engine's already on the ropes, Lucas can stretch its life. But older engines aren't the only ones craving protection. Some need extra zinc. Number 13. Shell X 100 Zinc Additive/Zinc Dialkyl Dithiophosphate. Here's the truth: modern oils aren't what they used to be. In the rush to protect catalytic converters, oil makers stripped away zinc and phosphorus, the very elements that kept engines alive for decades. Without them, flat tappet cams, push rods, and older valve trains grind themselves to death. That's where Shell X 100 Zinc Additive, or ZDDP, comes in. It restores that missing anti-wear armor your classic engine desperately needs. Add it during your oil change. One small dose can prevent thousands in machine shop bills. If you own a vintage V8, muscle car, or even an older pickup, skip this step, and you might be rebuilding sooner than you think. ZDDP forms a microscopic film that shields metal parts under high pressure, the same way old-school racing oils used to. Think of it as bringing back the good stuff the EPA took away. But even with zinc back on duty, friction still finds a way. Number 12. Liquimoly MOS2 Anti-Friction Treatment. Friction is the silent killer that sneaks up long before you hear it. Every cold start, every traffic jam, your engine grinds away a little more life. Liquimoly MOS2 Anti-Friction Treatment is like sliding armor between those moving parts. It uses molybdenum disulfide, the same compound used in high-pressure aircraft lubrication, to form a microscopic film that survives extreme heat and pressure. The result: quieter starts, smoother revs, and up to 50% less internal wear. It's especially powerful for engines with over 60,000 miles or ones that run hot under load. Just add it after an oil change and let it mix naturally. You'll feel the difference before your next tank. Pro tip: always shake the bottle well before use. Those fine particles need to stay suspended. MOS2 doesn't replace good oil, it makes good oil better. And if you love discovering real products that actually work, Watch our next video. 7 fuel additives mechanics don't want you to know. Number 11. BGMOA motor oil additive. Every mechanic has seen it. A good engine ruined by sludge and stuck piston rings. It starts small. Oil turns acidic. Carbon hardens around the rings, and compression quietly drops. Then one day, the check engine light flashes, and you're staring at a $3,000 repair. BGMOA motor oil additive was built to stop that chain reaction before it starts. This isn't a band-aid, it's chemistry that works. It boosts your oil's total base number by up to 40%, keeping it alkaline longer so it fights acid instead of feeding it. It also stabilizes viscosity, prevents varnish buildup, and keeps oil passages clean. Add it during every oil change, especially if you use cheaper conventional oils or drive in stop-and-go traffic. You'll notice cleaner oil at the next drain, smoother acceleration, and less consumption. It's like giving your oil an immune system upgrade. But when it comes to diesel engines, protection needs a different approach. Number 10. Arc Oil AR 9100. If you own a diesel and haven't heard of Arc Oil AR 9100, you're missing out on one of the best-kept secrets in engine protection. Diesel engines are notorious for stiction, that sticky friction inside injectors and hydraulics that robs power, causes rough starts, and burns extra fuel. AR 9100 tackles that head-on with nanoborate technology that bonds to metal surfaces, creating a slick protective layer that reduces wear by up to 60%. You'll feel faster startups, smoother idling, and even a small boost in fuel economy. Many Powerstroke and Duramax owners swear this product saved them from expensive injector replacements. Use it with each oil change, especially before cold weather sets in. It's the difference between an engine that strains in the morning and one that fires up like new. But protecting your oil is only half the battle. Your fuel system needs the same care. Number 9. Techron Concentrate Plus. Bad fuel slowly kills good engines. Carbon builds up on injectors, valves, and pistons, turning smooth combustion into a rough, choking mess. That's why Techron Concentrate Plus remains the go-to solution for drivers who actually care about what's happening under the hood. Developed by Chevron and backed by automakers like GM and BMW, it uses a powerful detergent called polyethyramine, or PEA, to dissolve carbon deposits other cleaners can't touch. One treatment clears clogged injectors, restores throttle response, and can boost fuel economy by up to 4%. It's like a deep clean for your entire fuel system. For best results, add it every 3,000 miles, or before long highway drives when the system gets hot enough to burn off the buildup. You'll feel smoother acceleration, better idle, and cleaner exhaust. If you want to know which cleaners actually work and which ones destroy your injectors, don't miss our video. Never use these 9 fuel injector cleaners and 5 that work. It could save your engine and your wallet. Number 8. ATS 505 CRF Fuel System Treatment. ATS 505 CRF Fuel System Treatment isn't your average cleaner. It's the one serious mechanics trust when engines start running rough. It uses the same PEA chemistry as Techron, but in a higher concentration. Powerful enough to clean injectors, valves, and combustion chambers in both gasoline and diesel engines. That's rare. It attacks 4 different types of carbon, including the hard, oily deposits that steal compression and fuel economy. After one use, most drivers notice smoother idling, quieter valve operation, and stronger throttle response. It can even cut oil consumption by half in engines that burn too much. Use it every 10,000 miles or when you feel your car losing power. Add it before a long drive to let the cleaner circulate under full heat. It's expensive, but worth every drop. Think of it as a tune-up in a bottle. Still, not every additive needs that strength. Number 7. Seafoam Motor Treatment. Seafoam motor treatment has been around for over 80 years, and there's a reason it's still on every mechanic's shelf. It's a do-it-all cleaner that works in both gasoline and diesel engines. And unlike many additives, you can safely add it to your fuel tank, crankcase, or even draw it through the intake to clean carbon deposits directly. It dissolves varnish, moisture, and sludge that choke performance over time. Many high-mileage engines start easier, idle smoother, and burn cleaner after just one treatment. It's also a great stabilizer if your car sits for weeks or months, keeping fuel fresh and preventing gummed-up injectors. Use 1 ounce per gallon of fuel or half a can in your oil before an oil change for best results. Seafoam won't work miracles, but it does extend life between big repairs. Still, before switching to premium oil or synthetic blends, it's smart to clean house first. Number 6. AmSoil Engine and Transmission Flush. Before you pour in that expensive synthetic oil, make sure your engine's ready for it. AmSoil Engine and Transmission Flush clears out the gunk that years of heat and short trips leave behind. Sludge, varnish, and sticky residues build up slowly, blocking oil flow and dulling performance. This flush breaks it all loose without harsh solvents, so it's safe for both gasoline and diesel engines. Just add it before your oil change, idle the engine for about 15 minutes, and drain. You'll be surprised how much grime comes out with the old oil. The payoff: better oil circulation, restored hydraulic lifters, and a smoother running engine from the inside out. Use it once or twice a year, especially if you drive short distances or use older oil formulas. It's like pressing reset on your lubrication system. But once everything's clean, you'll want something that keeps it that way. Enter the timeless classic. Number 5. Marvel Mystery Oil. Marvel Mystery Oil has been around for more than a century, and it still earns its spot in toolboxes everywhere. This red liquid works as both a fuel and oil additive, cleaning the parts your regular oil can't reach. It breaks down sludge in the crankcase, clears sticky valves, and helps free stuck piston rings. In the fuel system, it removes carbon and moisture that cause rough starts and poor mileage. A few ounces every few fill-ups can make an older engine run smoother and start easier, especially in cold weather. It also adds a thin film of protection to moving parts, cutting wear during dry starts. Mechanics often use it on neglected engines before costly repairs, and many say it saves them. Add a small dose to your oil and fuel for ongoing maintenance. If you're enjoying this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other car lovers who want to keep their engines running longer. Number 4. Hot Shot's Secret Everyday Diesel Treatment. Diesel fuel today isn't what it used to be. When refineries removed sulfur to meet clean air laws, they also removed the lubricants that protected injectors and pumps. That's where Hot Shot's Secret Everyday Diesel Treatment, EDT, comes in. It restores lost lubricity, raises cetane by up to 7 points, and cuts injector wear by nearly 60%. The result is quieter starts, smoother idle, and better fuel economy, up to 7% in many cases. It also prevents internal corrosion and keeps injectors clean, which means fewer costly repairs down the road. Add 1 ounce per 25 gallons of fuel for daily driving, or double it for harsh conditions. Many diesel owners notice the difference in just one tank. It's one of the easiest ways to protect a $10,000 engine with a $20 bottle. But when winter hits and diesel fuel starts to gel in the cold, you'll need an extra line of defense. Number 3. Hot Shot Secret Diesel Winter Anti-Gel. Cold weather is brutal on diesel engines. When temperatures drop below 10 degrees Fahrenheit, untreated diesel begins to thicken and form wax crystals that clog filters and fuel lines. That's why Hot Shot's Secret Diesel Winter Anti-Gel is a must-have before winter strikes. It lowers the fuel's freezing point to as low as -40 degrees Fahrenheit, keeping your diesel flowing freely even in deep freeze conditions. It also boosts cetane for easier cold starts and smoother combustion. So you're not fighting a sluggish engine at dawn. Just add it before the first cold snap. Once the fuel gels, it's already too late. Use it at every fill-up through the season for consistent protection, One small bottle can save you from a $2,000 towing and repair bill caused by frozen fuel lines. Keeping fuel flowing is one thing, but stopping leaks and aging seals is another story. That's where AT205 Reseal earns its place next. Number 2. AT205 Reseal. Oil leaks don't start big. They creep in slowly as rubber seals dry, crack, and lose their flexibility. AT205 Reseal fixes that problem without tearing the engine apart. It's not a thick stop leak that clogs passages. It's a plasticizer that actually restores rubber and neoprene seals from the inside out. Add it to your engine oil, transmission, or power steering fluid, and within a few hundred miles, you'll see leaks shrink or stop altogether. It also helps prevent future leaks by keeping seals soft and flexible under heat and pressure. Use it every 30,000 miles, or whenever you notice small drips before they turn into puddles. It's a simple, cheap fix that can save you thousands in labor costs. Just remember, it can't repair torn gaskets or cracked metal. If your car is high mileage but still solid, this is the seal saver you need. And for reducing friction beyond rubber parts, the next additive takes protection to the next level. Number 1. Liqui Moly Ceratec. Engines face two constant enemies: heat and friction. Liqui Moly Ceratec fights both. It uses microceramic particles that bond to metal surfaces, creating an ultra-slick layer that keeps parts from grinding under extreme pressure. Unlike heavy oil stabilizers, it doesn't thicken the oil or slow flow. It simply reduces friction where it matters most. Drivers often report quieter engines, smoother acceleration, and lower temperatures after one treatment. It also lasts up to 30,000 miles, even through multiple oil changes, making it one of the longest-lasting protectants you can buy. Pour it in with your next oil change and let it circulate. It works in gas, diesel, and turbocharged engines. It's ideal for anyone who wants long-term protection without constant maintenance. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned. Because next, we're diving into the dark side of additives, the ones that promise miracles but can quietly destroy your engine. 9 additives that kill your engines. Number 1. Engine rebuilders. If a bottle claims it can rebuild your engine, run fast. These so-called engine rebuilders are nothing more than thick goo in fancy packaging. They promise to fill worn metal with copper, silver, or lead particles. But that's pure fantasy. Those soft metals can't repair hardened steel, and they sure can't fix worn bearings or scored cylinders. What they actually do is thicken your oil so it hides the noise and drops in pressure for a while. Then the sludge builds up, oil flow slows down, and you're left with a bigger problem than you started with. Many drivers fall for it because it seems like a quick miracle fix. Don't. If your engine's burning oil or knocking, fix the cause, not the symptom. Always use a proper diagnostic scan and high-quality oil instead. Thickening the problem doesn't make it go away. And speaking of false promises, let's look at another bad actor. Number 2. Teflon-based additives. Slick 50 type. Teflon belongs in your frying pan, not your engine. Back in the 90s, companies like Slick 50 sold it as a miracle friction reducer. But NASA and the FTC proved otherwise. Teflon particles don't stay suspended in oil. Instead, they settle, clog filters, and block narrow oil passages where lubrication matters most. Engines that used it often ran hotter and wore out faster. The $10 million fine Slick 50 paid wasn't for bad luck. It was for false claims. Teflon simply can't bond to metal at normal engine temperatures, and once those particles harden, they act like sandpaper instead of protection. So, if a product promises non-stick coating for your engine, skip it. Stick to proven additives that work under heat and pressure, not cookware myths. Real protection comes from chemistry, not gimmicks. And speaking of marketing tricks, let's talk about those flashy off-the-shelf octane boosters that promise a 10-point power surge. Number 3. Off-the-shelf octane boosters, plus 10 points. Those shiny bottles screaming, plus 10 octane boost are nothing but marketing traps. The fine print hides the truth. 10 points means a 0.1 jump, not 10 full octane numbers. So your 91 octane fuel becomes 91.1. That's it. To truly see gains, you'd need to reach 95 or more, and no shelf additive can pull that off. Worse, most of these boosters contain MMT, a manganese compound that leaves metallic residue on spark plugs, oxygen sensors, and catalytic converters. The result: clogged parts, poor combustion, and a hefty repair bill north of $1,000. If you drive a regular commuter car, skip these gimmicks. They're for track use, not daily tanks. Want to protect your performance instead? Use high-quality fuel from reputable stations and keep your injectors clean with proven detergents. But when it comes to diesel engines, even legit products can fall short. Number 4. Ford Diesel Anti-Gel and Performance Improver. Ford's Diesel Anti-Gel and Performance Improver sounds like solid protection on paper, but in real-world tests, it barely makes the cut. Independent studies ranked it 10th out of 11 major brands. Sure, it prevents gelling and adds a bit of cetane, but compared to leaders like Hot Shots, Amsoil, or Peak, its performance is weak at best. Diesel owners trust their engines to survive brutal winters, so you can't afford to gamble on average. If you need real anti-gel protection, go with the brands that consistently outperform Ford's blend. Use it before freezing temperatures hit, never after. Because once diesel gels, no additive can save it. Remember, protection is about prevention, not reaction. If you've stuck with us this far, you're clearly serious about keeping your engine alive. So do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with another driver who thinks all additives are the same. Number 5. Fuel Max Energy Enhancer. Fuel Max Energy Enhancer might sound futuristic, but it's pure fiction in a bottle. It claims to restructure gasoline molecules using ferromagnetic compounds for 30% better fuel economy. Here's the truth. Fuel chemistry doesn't work like that. No additive can rearrange molecular bonds in your gas tank. What these compounds actually do is create electrochemical reactions that corrode injectors, fuel lines, and sensors over time. Mechanics often find rust-like residue and sticky varnish left behind after regular use. Repairs can easily hit $2,000 or more, hardly a money saver. If a product's promises sound like something from a sci-fi movie, that's your red flag. Real performance comes from good maintenance, clean injectors, and high-quality fuel, not pseudoscience. Avoid anything claiming molecular or magnetic energy boosts. It's marketing wrapped in chemistry buzzwords. But while Fuel Max is a scam built on fake science, the next additive, chlorinated paraffins, is worse. It can literally eat your engine alive from the inside. Number 6. Chlorinated paraffins. You know that sharp chemical smell some cheap oil additives have? That's the scent of trouble, and usually chlorinated paraffins. They're often advertised as extreme pressure additives that promise smoother performance and better protection. But what they really deliver is destruction. Under heat, these chlorine compounds break down into hydrochloric acid, the same stuff that eats through rust, except now it's eating your bearings, crankshaft, and seals from the inside out. You might notice a temporary improvement in smoothness, but the corrosion starts immediately and never stops. Over time, the metal pits, the oil darkens, and your engine slowly kills itself in silence. It's one of the most deceptive additives ever sold because the damage hides behind short-term gains. Always read the ingredients. If you see chlorinated anywhere, walk away. And speaking of chemicals that go too far, let's talk about another risky trend: harsh solvent engine flushes. Number 7. Harsh solvent engine flushes. The idea sounds great. Pour in a flush, dissolve all the sludge, and your engine's clean again. But here's the catch. Many harsh solvent engine flushes do more harm than good. These products use aggressive chemicals that strip away not just the gunk, but also the thin protective oil film that keeps metal parts from grinding. The moment that layer disappears, bearings, cam lobes, and lifters are left bare, metal on metal. That's when the ticking, overheating, and low oil pressure nightmares begin. It gets worse if your engine already has years of sludge buildup. A strong flush can knock chunks loose and clog oil passages within minutes. The result? Catastrophic oil starvation. If your engine's healthy, skip the flush. Stick to frequent oil changes with a high-quality detergent oil instead. It cleans gently, the way it's supposed to. Save the harsh stuff for shop-level teardowns only. But for drivers chasing quick fixes for oil leaks, oil-based stop leak additives can be just as dangerous. Number 8. Oil-based stop leak additives. Oil leaks can make any driver panic. Those dark spots under your car feel like money dripping away. That's when the shiny stop leak bottles on the shelf start to look tempting. But most of those thick oil-based sealers cause more harm than help. They work by swelling rubber seals, temporarily closing the gaps. Sounds good, right? The problem is that swelling weakens the material over time. The rubber softens, breaks down, and eventually splits completely, leaving you with a bigger leak and an even bigger repair bill. Worse, the thick additives can clog tiny oil passages and filters, starving vital parts of lubrication. The result? Higher temperatures, sludge buildup, and premature wear. Real fix: replace the bad gasket or seal and use a conditioner like AT205. Reseal, not a seal sweller. If you already poured one of these in, get an oil change immediately to flush it out. And for those thinking of doubling up on additives for extra protection, mixing multiple formulas can create an even bigger mess. Number 9. Mixing multiple additives. You've seen it before, someone at the gas station pouring 3 different bottles into their tank like they're mixing a magic potion. Spoiler, that cocktail usually ends with a mechanic's bill. Mixing multiple additives is one of the most overlooked ways drivers ruin their engines. Each product is built with its own chemical balance, detergents, lubricants, and stabilizers meant to work alone. When you start blending them, those formulas fight each other. You can get foaming oil, sludge formation, or even chemical reactions that strip your engine's protective film. Some combos thicken the oil so much it can't circulate. Others thin it out until the pressure drops. Either way, the result is the same: expensive damage hiding behind good intentions. The rule's simple: one additive at a time, and only if your engine actually needs it. Read the label, follow the dosage, and never play chemist with your car. One wrong mix can cost you an engine. Additives help, but maintenance is what truly saves engines. Don't guess. Act. It's one small routine every driver should do, and it could be the reason your car outlives the payment plan. Watch our next video. Do this once a month, and your engine will last forever.